Hello all, welcome back to the stream, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cat Monarch, and I hope you're all having a good time, hope you're all having a good day. For me, it is the morning. We don't have work today, so we have the luxury of being able to get in 2 streams. Today, well, this is the morning stream, although we're very barely just in the morning. And all going well, this should be going for about a couple of hours or so, after which point I'll have to eat, and then there'll be a break, and then we'll do another stream again in the evening. Decided that, with us being in all of Gold 3, we could probably do with a little bit extra time and a little bit extra effort where I have it. So I hope you're all doing well. There isn't loads to catch up on since last time. There is something that is rather important we do. Gameplay survey. Because while this account is not really playing ladder in the same way that I would on my other account, which I think I've actually managed to link my Switch and my laptop through a third Master Duel account, so I've now got technically 3, but hey ho, that's how it goes. But yeah, I think it's important that we do this anyway, to raise the same points that I raised in the survey I answered on the Switch. So, this is also a nice way to just let people filter in if they want to, and we'll be going through this. And about dueling, at the moment I am, and the controls are good. What do you think about dueling? What do you think? Right, so this is going to be a little bit easier than on Switch because we have an actual keyboard in front of us. Lucky us. Is that just how it enters? That is just, I think that's how you spell it. Hope you're all, I've already said that. Hope you're all doing well anyway. In terms of actually catching up, I've now finished the first Echoes of the Fall book, The Tiger and the Wolf, and will be making my way on to the second. John and I have been watching a good amount of anime with, we've finished the first season of Goblin Slayer, and we've been starting on Jujutsu Kaisen. He's already seen it, but I have not, and so we're watching it together. And so far it is pretty good. It's not something I really would have watched by myself, probably. But that's simply because of the amount of internet fan, the amount of people on the internet saying, oh, it's great, you have to watch this. There's sometimes enough of that going around that it kind of steers you away from a thing. Like, everyone's saying it's fantastic and that I have to do it. Well, I don't have to. But no, it is genuinely good. Some of these stats might be outdated. I think the max C stat is still up to date. Last I heard it was sort of like 85% or so. But its peak was about 96. And Ash has always been second. Like, max C at the top, Ash has always been the second most used card. Let's see. Oh, if we've ran out of characters. We've ran out of characters. Right. Let's start reducing. That is one thing. On the Switch, you can actually see how many characters you have remaining. Here you cannot. Let's try and use proper grammar where we can do so. I think having it look properly formatted probably does a little bit. We're going to use some repetitions and make it sound a little bit worse as a result, but it gets the point across. I don't know how you get greater than or equal to, so we'll just have to use that. Right, that last sentence was unnecessary. I don't know how many characters we actually still have left. I'm not really counting them because it counts spaces as well, so we're just going to have to try and work with the character limit. Well, not really knowing what it is. I mean, it's 500 characters, but not having it actually on screen. I don't think that's enough, but... Just about enough. Okay, we worded it okay. I'm trying to copy what I can What do I play? I guess I actually do play Ranked Duel the most. I like solo mode the most. But I like solo mode the most, and I probably do play it the most. It's what I play primarily when it comes to the Switch account, which I've now managed to link. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having some fun. Each of the dual modes and like to add in future updates. Mode. It's great. Like more archetypes added. Well as more bots to test against. Each enter also counts as a character, so we do have to think about that. Right, ranked duels. What do we want about ranked duels? There needs to be an alternative to the main ranked ladder to play. It's the only way to gain any kind of reward. It's too competitive many decks due to power creep. Let's see, anything else about the rank ladder? Because we do need to address like ranked duels, that's kind of the primary thing right now. If you guys have any suggestions, feel free to chime in and, you know, tell me what they are. Because at the moment I'm struggling to remember what I actually put in my Switch survey. And what would you like us to add in future updates? We already, like, they actually added something that was really good, like the deck check in the middle of the duel. That's really good, because it allows you to check if you have an out. I guess I should mention that. Deck check in duel is really helpful. Let's see. What else about ranked duels? Because you might as well use as many characters as you can to get in as many thoughts as you can across. You have the space, use it if possible. Don't have anything about the actual structure of the ladder, nor really like the duels we come across. Like, it's annoying to come up against a bot or someone who's just going in to lose, but that can be just how it is, as with many games. Let's see. This will be a very quiet portion of the stream, aside from the clattering of the keyboard and my thoughts swirling around in my head. Or not, as it were, at the moment. Let's see. A draft format or wizard ladder all year round would be good alternative to the ranked ladder. As for events, so 0 attack monsters, 0 death monsters, Wait, actually, we can save ourselves some space. Zero attack, zero defense, no special summons, no normal summons. I don't know what else is like interesting, because like the 2024 life points, yeah, I should put that in. Special conditions like 2024 life points and respect play being face up are interesting. Yeah, awesome. Convulsion of nature is face up. That probably won't get added in because it's not even in the game, which, you know, really disgusts me to this day. It's like, it's probably a coding nightmare, and I could understand that that's why they haven't done it, but it's just like one card that's really simple. It's not gonna break the meta, it might break the game. Convulsion of nature is face up. What else? Like, I guess Clear World is no. Because, like, I think we had one where Skill Drain was face up. No specials, no normals. We've had, like, a Spells Traps only one. Anime eras. Brackets. Duel Monsters. GX. Etc. I'm trying to think about what, because there's something I do in Hard Life Joe's Discord server. I'm one of the tournament organisers, which means we're trying to like put together some interesting formats and such for some of the events. And doing that has made me realise that there are plenty of things people would be willing to play if you just give it a shot. Like, there's so much that people have enjoyed. I wonder if I could just, while this is going, open in a new tab and see what documents I have left. Because I put together a template for a lot of the festivals. Not a lot of the festivals, a lot of the tournaments that we do. Granted, some of them aren't really applicable. Let's see. I'm clicking on the stream, not on the... right. Come on. Come on. Let's, there we go. A secret pack draft. Master pack draft. Legacy. That would be miserable, but I'm going to put it in. What else we got? Limit 1, that was already done, wasn't it? Let's see. Oh yeah, absurd amount of life points. That was fun. LP greater than 8,000. Nope. And back to the bottom again, hold on. $16,000 plus, because that's where it gets fun. One of the earlier tournaments that we actually did was a life point bonus. Yeah, life point one. I don't think it was the first one by the looks of things. Looks like the first one we did was a deck build set tournament. but that's not really going to work in Master Duel. The NL Warrior Festival was like, it seemed like that was popular, or just like NR as a whole. We did like an NR Warrior tournament, which was okay. People had fun with it, but it didn't seem like it was the most popular. What else we got? Oh, right, I remember. There was one that I was thinking. Yeah, okay. Decks under 25% use rate. Decks/cards under a 25% use rate. Maybe even lower than that, like maybe under a 20% use rate. Because it would just completely change the meta. You wouldn't see like Diabellstar, you wouldn't see Tenpai, you wouldn't see like Sword Soul even. Like there'd be a whole load of these decks which are like popping up just about often enough. You know what, that's probably not even 15. There you go. Let's knock it down even further. We'll put it under X use rate. Brackets. 25% or less? Yeah, I think I've answered that to the best of my ability. Right. Do you like the deck editor? You can't really say I'm having fun with a deck editor, but I do like it. I do find it easy to understand. Let me actually just... Oh wait, no, I'm in Master Duel right now. I can't really look at it. Let's see. I'd like to be able to just craft a card at a higher rarity, brackets glossy / royal, more points without gambling. Maybe 3 to 6 times the amount. You gotta make it sound appealing to them. Like 10 times the amount is absurd. It is a guaranteed royal though, and royals I think are like a 1. I can't remember. I'll look this up now. We've got another tab open anyway. Chance of a royal rare in Master Duel. 1% chance. Yeah, that's absurd. But on the other hand, you could now have a guaranteed royal rare for like... Okay, we do have to like make it appealing, I guess. What do you think about the deck editor? There should be a way to change the size of the... let's see. What would you call it? The search system? Which shows the card pool. It is rather small for when you have many cards. A more refined search when using words would be good, because searching one for one is a pain for some reason. Just doesn't like doing it, despite the fact that you're searching a name of a card. Let's see what else. It would be useful to have a separate page somewhere taking up the screen with a complete catalog of every card in the game. One which could search/look through Let's try that. Can we fit one more character? Yeah, okay. That's probably good for that one. Including the version update, deck details, addition of that deck or auto build feature is actually pretty cool as well. Added feature that allows you to yeah, that's a bit miss for me. I've already said that. The shop screens headers show the pack tickets. Pretty cool. I like that. It means I don't have to like question whether I have legacy packs any longer. I can just see I do. You can save a replay by deleting an old one. That's actually pretty cool. To prevent replays from being deleted. I haven't actually used that, but that's kind of cool. A tagging feature. That seems like it's good. That's going to be good as well. I think that's great. I've already said I don't particularly like it. I think that's great. Would prefer fixed chance crafting to gambling. Deck auto build is great. Would love to see more decks. Duel replays, additions are good. Like to be able to save a few more replays. Maybe 20 max. I don't know the sort of space they take up, so it's about, I guess, how much space the servers have, because it's not saved to the. It will be saved to the account, not saved to like your device. Let's see. Displaying packs owned in shop screen is great. What else? Deck details during duel. I should just put that in that one. In shop screen. And deck details during duel. I think I put that a little bit too early. And the grammar is now wrong. There we go. Fixed. Yeah, I like that. That's fine. Visual effects. I don't know, actually. I would like the old Duel Pass rewards to be able to be, let's spell this right, purchasable after the brackets maybe a few months after the relevant Duel Pass has expired. P.G Sarctic radiation background, because that's a really old one that hasn't actually been added again, and it's been gone for so long at this point. Oh, hello. We have someone in chat. How do this fine day? Hope you're well. Let's see, what else would we like? Cards, archetypes you'd like to see, accessories for 500 characters less, please do not include me. The dual pass thing is the main gripe I have. I've missed out by not knowing of this game / playing the game the right time to acquire them. We haven't actually got into any of the games yet. I thought I'd just kind of do this while, you know, it was fresh in my head, but they should be going well. This is our Duel Masochist account, so if you do know the details, then that will be a good summary. If you don't know the details, I can go through that in a minute with you when I've finished with the survey. It sounds like that means something to you. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, I'll show you like the deck and the card pool and some other bits when we're done with the survey. So it would be really good to be able to get them later, maybe at a higher price. Because if it's at a higher price, then it still encourages people to actually buy the Duel Pass, do the Duel Pass, and get the rewards at a cheaper rate. But if it's at a higher price, people would probably still go get the accessories, and therefore spend gems. Yeah. I've done that. I did that right at the start. I just went on a little bit of an explanation. I managed to max out the characters and provide a brief explanation of why I want Max C-Band, because I am on that wagon as well. It's disgusting that it's still legal. Although, hey, it's been semi-limited in the OCG. There is time yet, you know. Also, please add a Sarctic Polari, mate. I guess, yeah, speaking of it, yeah, that's it, right there, right at the start. About dueling, what would you like us to add in future updates? A ban on Maxi, just this whole bit here. And last bit. Overall oh wait, no, I should probably just put, I'd like more animations, but I cannot think of more specifics right now. Overall satisfaction, actually pretty good at the moment. New cards, that's all good. Solo, accessories, duel room, events, tournaments. Yosenju can pendulum summon, and sometimes do. So, I'll say it does. Because, like, as, let's see, yeah, as Hard Like Joe put it, even Monarchs, the deck known for tribute summoning, same as like True Draco, will special summon a time or two. Like True Draco has their Call of the Haunted Trap, Monarchs have the Vassals, or Prime. Like, it will still be an Upstart Goblin, which is crazy, and those are tribute summon decks. I think the rest of this is actually... Oh wait, yeah, that one's okay. This is the bit where you just put... Yeah, okay, let's just... Hold on. There we go. Pot of Greed is too strong. Survey... Personal information? That's not personal information. Let's go and reword it. Okay. Hold on. Right. 8,000 plus life points. Let's just try that, see if that does it. Done? Yeah! And we get some legacy packs for that. Sweet. It's a strong card, but Maxi is way stronger because on average... But yeah, that's the thing. Like, Pot of Greed's answer is, like, exactly Ash Blossom and the Ciphering card. But the thing is, like, Pot of Greed doesn't stop an entire turn because it's a normal spell card. It maybe starts an entire turn, but Maxi can stop a turn, which is absolutely insane. Anyway, we're done with the survey, which means, I guess we start with the stats. We have been playing this is the 4th month that we've been on this Masochist account. Plat 5 is the highest we've been. We could have got there on the 1st month as well. We were 1 duel away from getting to Plat 5, but I deliberately for the first couple of months didn't, because of the rules of Masochist. Let's see. We are at a shocking over 25% win rate, or over 25% win rate, which is incredible to me still. And yeah, that's what's relevant for the stats. Now let's go for the decks. We've got a few things that we're actually watching out for, which I've kind of compiled here. At best, it lets you draw your entire deck to out your opponent's board. Yeah, like, the only counterplay outside of the specific hand traps to Maxi is being specifically on something like Flower Guardian or Mayakashi, where you deck your opponent out because of it, or Dark World, I guess. But it's like, it is the most specific thing. Oh right, actually, there are a couple cards I need to dismantle. This one, 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 and probably this one then. Yeah, that looks right. Because it seems like you're just forced to open the pack at the start when you log in at the moment, so I dismantle them anyway. But yeah, the cards here are kind of like things to watch out for. We've got a startling number of Earthbound cards, which aren't great, but like it's a direction to go in. Like we've got 3 Immortals, and then we've got a small amount of the Spell Trap lineup, and this guy technically protects them. So like, you know, that's something. Destrudo is a full put. Yeah, that's exactly the point. Like, this is potentially really strong. But at the moment, like, our Synchro Pool, it's okay. You'll see it in a minute. Our Synchro Pool is probably the best of our extra deck, but it's still very limited. We've got, like, 3 Crusadia monsters. Metaion is pretty crazy. Yeah, Metaion is pretty crazy. We've got a couple Time Lords. Sorry, typing in the wrong thing. We've got a couple Time Lord cards. Nothing great. Like, this is literally unable to be played. But, like, we've got 1 Metaion. This guy... Oh yeah, it's a great equalizer. And then this guy's terrible. I guess, like, if we use this first and then get into this, but, you know. Yeah, any sort of removal is good, so the 1 Oleanoids, which is what we have. The other kind of, like, bit that we have to go on is vampires. Like, we're actually starting to get an amount of vampires, which is funny because I think, what is it? This plus this is a loop. Yeah, something like that. Because you can, if you can get Red Baron, Scourge, and then, like, another vampire on the field, it could just be like this. You can basically start snatch stealing your opponent's monsters, running into your own monster, bringing back your own monster, and keep repeating it every turn, all the while possibly gaining life points. But, you know, we're missing some of the key things for it right now. And, like, what else? we've got some 6 Sam cards. But again, nothing that really, like, does anything yet. It's just, like, things to keep an eye on for. Eye out for. That's like our little to watch pile. What we're currently playing is this one, which is a great pile of cards, but yeah, you can see our Synchro toolbox is like our main crutch for the extra deck, which has like some pretty good stuff in here. We have like Lightning Storm on legs. That's not terrible. But yeah, it does leave a lot to be desired. Our main deck is how we're dealing with things. We're starting to get our way into a lot of duplicates. Like, we got 2 Good Witch, 2 of this, 2 of this. I think there might be some duplicates in the extra deck. Are there any other duplicates that we're not playing? I don't think so. This one's new. And we had a Trap Hole that we were playing, Trap Hole with Spikes, but we've, you know, tagged this one in. Yeah, like, we really do. Dark Sanctuary has won me games. Clockwork Knight is apparently really anti-Tenpai. Like, I didn't know, but they care about their monsters being dragon type. They don't care about the attribute, but they do care about them being dragon. We've got, like, 2 cards skill drain. We've got actual skill drain. And then we've got, like, a lot of easy to summon guys. Base Poly might be the best card. I can understand that, because, like, we've got this guy, but we don't have, like, spellcasters. Let's actually just prove the point, I guess. Where are we looking? There we go, literally the first one. Like, our spellcaster pile is all over the place. There is no synergies in it whatsoever. Like, this is one of the better ones we have. We have a couple, like, Magistus, but it's not great. But in terms of fusions, why base poly would be good, I think. Right, it would give us a way into this. We don't really have a way to fusion summon, but this is good. And, what else do we have? Like, we don't have 2 machines with the same name, but it's like, it'd give us that. What we're actually missing, for us, is Dark Fusion. Because we've got this, and where is it? We've got this. And we have 2 Bastinatrix, but we don't have, like, you know, we don't have a copy of Dark Fusion. So even if we have, like, substitute monsters that we can replace Clayman and Avian with, we can't bring out, like, these 2, which is kind of awful. We've also just got 3 of this. Like, just hard pulled a lot of Dark Magician, like, fusion. Which, doesn't seem particularly great, but then again, we don't have a Dark Magician. We do, however, have, like, Eternal Soul. Oh, this guy. Yeah, he's pretty cool. We have, what, a very specific way to make him at the moment, and the other 2s we have are not nearly as good. But yeah, this is the deck at the moment, and the next best things are probably Warriors and Machines, which, this does need to be cut down to size, but it's like, these are all the warriors that we should probably keep track of, and a good amount of spell trap support, which would just kind of go. There isn't anything particularly in here that's kind of unique, I guess, like this thing is, because we're playing a couple more 3s, right? Exactly 2 3s. Okay, so yeah, a couple more 3s. But there's also some things like, you know, Battleguard Howling, which works here. As earlier, we've got, like, the Great Shogun. We've pulled a couple extra ninja cards. We've got that one, there, and, oh yeah, these 2. Along with the kind of, like, ninja battle phase negate. Tenpai is the most common, like, new deck. Everything else was pre-existing, really. I don't think I've faced anything that's, like, new except for Tenpai, despite the fact that, like, we've got Flame Swordsman stuff out at the moment, and, you know, that lot. And then the other pile that we have is Machines. We pulled this really early on, But, yeah, no, I haven't. Like, oh wait, no, that's not true. Went against Melodious the other day, and they were either slightly inexperienced with the deck, or it's the unfortunate bit where, you make one misplay, and then you're trying to correct that, so you make another misplay, and unfortunately it really just snowballed for them. So we kind of, yeah, it was like, they fully had the chance to beat us. If they were playing slightly more optimally, we would have been dead in the water, but, like, they weren't at the end of the day. So, unfortunate for them, but hey, we got a win in, and they'll get plenty more. But yeah, this is like the machine side we have. We have a couple ancient gear things, like here and there. We don't have any fusions to make, but like a couple spell trap supports. Metaverse Dark Sanctuary is pretty good, yeah. It's potentially infinite negate attack and magic cylinder. Like, what more do you want? It's also the best field spell we have. We did manage to pull Pacifist, but we don't really have enough good normal monsters. We've got, like, 2 of this guy, but that is kind of it. There's not really anything else. Is there anything else we were thinking about later? Oh yeah, we managed to pull a double Cyclone, which I've been thinking about putting in, but at the same time our current spell trap removal feels better. We're on a lot more trap cards, and so the one Only Annoyeds is really, helping us out a little bit. But at the moment, yeah, gold 3, 3 more wins. This will be the first stream today. We're going to come back probably quite a bit later in the day. But yeah, we've got like a little over an hour, I guess. And our deck, despite what everyone else is throwing at us, is definitely still going first deck due to the amount of traps we have. Inspector Border even being present at all. That is another thing. If someone does actually manage to beat me in out Inspector Border, I can't say I'm ever particularly angry. Ooh. Drop it, drop Maxi. No, okay. Right, now, to an extent, we have to hope on the opponent being a little bit just monkey, unsummoning to the center column. It has worked time and again, which is still weird. Like, if you're playing correctly, you summon to this column. We might be against Labyrinth or Paleo. Right. I'm going to activate this one. They can Ash it, so... Okay. Yeah, for the moment we just do it then. We'll activate. No. That takes one card out of our deck and gives... It may not be the best play. But I think... Yeah, I think I'm doing it. I am putting it in the center column. I've had to learn to play around my own sour scheduling. Okay, what are you hitting? That's fine. See if we can pitch a card from their hand. Rescue Ace. Alright. We are seconds from death. Target a Rescue Ace monster in your graveyard. Special it. Special it to the center column. Please special it to the center column. It'll be funny. Damn it. Right. We have a 50-50 shot to negate it. If we don't negate it, that is going to be painful. Yeah, simply win the 50-50 has been a lot of this. Yes, we're using the effect. Simply win the 50-50 has been a lot of the climb. Red Reboot. Okay, sometimes your opponent is just better. I'll set a trap from deck. What do we want? Like, the thing is, this goes pretty good. But only if we, like, live a turn, and if they know we've set this, they'll probably just kill it. Or they'll chain the back row. I think we still probably just set that anyway. They don't care about being fire monsters. The extra deck cares about being fire, but that's about it. So let's set Oleanoids. They still have to deal with head judging just next turn, assuming we live. We do have a 300 attack wall, which dies to any form of targeting. And yeah, just like that, they're completely unbricked. On the other hand, those cards are not live this turn unless they can get access to Hydrant right now, which there is a chance that they don't. Because if they had access to Hydrant, they would have, yeah, they would have used it. And yeah, Turbulence just going +4 every turn is insane. What's even crazier is they don't have to set 4. Like, your opponent can just, like, set 3, or set 2. Like, you know, if you block their zones with, like, Kashtira, for example, they can just set to fill the currently empty ones. And it literally doesn't matter. Right. Okay, now we need to work it out. I think we probably have to tribute over our own monster to put him in this column. Return the head judging. But they set unaffected by your opponent's effects next time it would be destroyed by battle. Contain. Counter-attack effects are negated. And rescuer. Emergency. Okay, so if they have another rescue ace, which I don't think they do, they could get the bonus effects. I think... yeah, I think we still have to do... no. Yeah, we do it because then we can snipe one of the other back row and force them to activate it. So we do this. They chain something to it. Or maybe they wait for us to discard. Target and effect monster your opponent controls. Right. Now we can go for Oleanoids. It's not this one. So let's try that one. It's blind shooting for it, but they, on the other hand, do then just have to activate it. Okay, that's not actually a bad one for them to have to, like, just shoot. Okay. And they tributed off... okay, that's a little bit weird. Okay, so now we try the head judging. We'll use the effect. And if they don't chain, do we chain a paleo? It is a nice royal. We have very luckily managed to get ourselves a couple royals, but it is just a couple. No, we don't chain Oleanoids, because he's not going to do anything at the moment. Yeah, sometimes you just win it. One of them is. One of them's Lancia. Artifact Lancia, but the thing is, like, I'm not coming against enough, guys that are just, you know, banishing. The other one is the Poker Knight's fusion spell, which isn't particularly great anyway. Target effect Opponent controls. Oh, that was what they'd set. Sure, let's chain Oleanoids here. Yeah, it's not horrible. And technically, even like the Pokéknight fusion is okay. We just have to get like a Light Warrior fusion. Just out of all 9,000 cards in the game. Right, I think we have probably lost this. I put this in the wrong column anyway. Maybe. No, this is the right column, because I can't change the column with sour scheduling, so that's fine. What we're waiting for them to do is to commit to a normal summon. Maybe commit to a set. And then we can use this, hopefully. That does mean that this is the one that makes it unaffected. What do I usually play on the main account? It depends. When I'm going through the ladder, like trying to win, I like to play Generator. Generator is really fun. Okay. Monster effect. Yeah, we're not doing a monster effect this turn either. I still think they probably have it, because this is giving a boost, so if they can get Turbulence on the field, which I think they can, they do just, well, no, they do just have game. But also at the moment, like on the main account, I'm just having fun trying out like the proficiencies and trying to get those through. Like we just played a Banish deck because we're on that one at the moment, and we've completed the Banish challenge because, you know, it's just easy. Field or graveyard? Oh, we had to respond to... No? Okay, never mind. But yeah, we now have to actually complete the remaining duels. Like, we've banished 100 cards, so it was not actually all that difficult. If you ask me, it's a great change that they've actually made it so that you can, what is it? So that if you lose the duel but don't surrender, your progress counts. That's amazing. I love that. What is this? If another rescue ace, if this card is sent to the graveyard... Well, it was just sent to the graveyard. We don't have a fire, do we? No. Yeah, it's target Turbulence, which is annoying. But I don't think there's anything I can really do. It's like, this one is the one that blanks. Oh, but it probably has to target a rescue ace, so I think I can, where is it? We gotta find it. Reinforce, yeah, there we go. Target a rescue ace, so we should be able to, like, block Heater. But I still don't think that does anything for us. They've got kind of like the resource engine online. They don't have Hydrant on the field though. So come on. Let me do this. I want to bounce him back to hand, or I want to... Oh. Oh no. I need to chain on. It's alright, this is fine. Center zone. Come on, do it, coward. They did it! It's not winning us anything. I just want to do it. Huzzah. Yeah, no. That'll do it. That's the game. But that is something. I am actually able to enjoy these duels on this account. Even though we're losing a lot of the time, like, it's a lot more fun when you can detach yourself, when it's like, I'm not playing the best deck I could probably play. I don't know what that looks like. But I am trying my best. And it's kind of fun for the most part. Whereas when it's, you know, with the regular account and I'm playing, like, Generator and trying to win, then when your opponent has the counters and you're just like, of course you'd have the counter for like this exact hand I've got, and get a little bit worked up into that sometimes. Well, at this point I expect Dark Magician, being completely honest. So I think we just set all of these. We Shared Ride in standby phase. Either it affects them or it doesn't. Well, actually no, maybe we don't. We wait for them to do a thing. If they threaten to blow up all the back row, I guess we do it. I guess we do it. No, I don't think it's Blue Eyes. I know that sounds weird, but I've come to expect like the 60 card piles to be Dark Magician more than Blue Eyes. Or maybe they have like a Blue Eyes card or two. It could very well just be Blue Eyes. And it's like, it wouldn't surprise me. But I've come to expect Dark Magician a lot more. Wow. Tenpai, is that you? No. Or maybe it is. Okay, no, this does feel like it's Dark Magician Blue Eyes or something of that. What other deck would have no starters after blowing up the entire board? Funny. They think Maxi does a thing. It lets me know they've bricked, that's what it does. What do you think they're on? Do you think they're on Blue Eyes? Slash draw. That's never anything fun. Yeah, put one card back in deck. Okay. That does lean to it being Blue Eyes because they've got trade in. Sure. I do in fact think they're on Blue Eyes. I might begrudgingly concede that you're right. But they should have the Blue Eyes mate then. Obviously, right? They're missing out on a key piece. Obviously it's Dragon Mate. The mate is always the deterministic thing. Well, that slightly buggers us. That's scary. Oh dear. Oh dear. No, that's the problem. Oh my god. Oh jeez. Are we just dead? No, on monsters. Negate the effects of all face-up cards. Okay, that's completely fine. That is a nice royal, though. I can respect. Yeah, I think, like, competitively, 101 is probably the best. Because you can just normally play 101 in a deck, and it's good. And then the rank up is also actually pretty good, because it's like a float, like, it's a loop of floating. Okay, we have a machine in the grave, so the player's to set this. Because we're not dead this turn anyway, and we can bounce something to the top of the deck. We could bounce this and they can't summon it again. So I think we do just that. It saves us life points. Yeah, there we go. 104 is the Masquerade, isn't it? Yeah, that's an interesting one. Won't deny you that. Right. We have this in grave. So I think we do it now. Regulus. Now, I think we saw the mill called by. or even if they didn't, we just have to target a machine. It doesn't actually have to equip the machine. So we do have an Omni-Negate. Not a Negate Destroy, but it also puts them on a clock. And it gives us a chance to draw something. Monster Negate that forces your opponent to discard a random card in half. That is pretty good. Okay. That is not an issue in and of itself. Yeah, you get to add this, but you've used your normal summon. It is Blue Eyes, yeah. Damn. Who could have seen that you were right? Linkuriboh. You know, drawing a second monster does out this board. That's not a second monster. Ooh, okay, we do have an issue then. I mean, we have to clear it. Wait, no, we don't have to clear it. It depends on what their extra deck is, because... Where are we at? This is a level 1, and Linkuriboh is Quick Effect Tribute level 1 Spectral Summon this card, and what does it do? It specs a Blue Eyes. Yeah, so we... No, it's during the end phase. No, we do have to clear it in case they make SP or something, I guess. That's fine. No, we're not going to negate it. We get our attack back anyway. Right, we've got an MST and a negate. We need to draw, like, a monster. Not Inspective Order. Yeah. Now this is during the end phase, so we can wait. And yeah, they're going to do that. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Right. Now here's the problem. We kind of have to negate that. Because we can't clear the Blue Eyes. That is unfortunate. I guess we could take out the other one then. I think we may have knew that they had called by... What was the other card? Poly. So they can negate an attack with Kuriboh. What can we draw? Inspector Border doesn't do it. The BES does it. I mean, we can... Handy feature, we can check what does it. This does it. This does not. This does. That does not. Wait, they didn't special summon Blue Eyes. And we're not currently dead. We know they have Poly. What else could they be doing? Yeah, they just didn't add anything? Send a dragon, then if you send a dragon normal, you can send a dragon. And then during the end phase, you can special summon the Blue Eyes. But yeah, we didn't want to put this on the board anyway, because it only blocks the Abyss, and we're not dead anyway. There is a world where we get... I'm trying to think about what it is. What is the world that we're looking for? Dreaming Nemleria. Oh, Jet Dragon. That's a big issue. Yeah, we kind of need the Nemleria. There probably is. Oh. Well. That outs the board. They might make another. It does not out the board. I forget text. Simultaneous. Next duel. Yeah, I saw it as we were surrendering. Jet Dragon is a monstrosity. Like, just completely. Yeah, we can check the deck. Because 6-card Blue Eyes is no way to play Blue Eyes. Alright, we might have something, actually. I think it's set 3 pass, and then we have, like, Book of Moon for the next turn. Yeah, 6-card Blue Eyes with the Burying cards. But also playing some things that are just good, like Cold Buy. But the real question is, like, Slash Draw, right? No one in their right mind plays Slash Draw. Unless you're playing the FTK. And that is convoluted to all hell. Now if they... Oh. No. Bot. No. I don't think it's a bot. Clockwork Knight. Activate. How much do you care about your typing? Anti-spell. That's fine, because you've chained it in response to it. Floodgate top deck. Flip. Which means that Clockwork Knight is actually probably a hindrance here, to be honest. If I had to guess. Because they're probably going to have something like Tikaboo. Yeah, I guess that's true if there's anything you don't want to mill. Changes Main's face down defense position. Okay, that's fine. This could be Labyrinth then. Yeah, there we go. They're not Fiends anymore, which is a substantial advantage. Because I think one of the cards they can play requires Fiends, and we can take them off Darks. We might want to prematurely declare an attribute. Maybe. Okay, that's fine. While you control a set, right? So yeah, oh. They don't remember effect text, do they? Right, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna call Water. Because it turns off a synchro we have, but it does enable this. And it does also turn off their Eradicator Epidemic Virus, should they have that. Or any of the virus traps, for that matter. Now, there's no reason to activate this Blast Held by Destiny, simply because it cannot be destroyed while it controls set cards. Can it be targeted? Your opponent cannot target. Right. So, we do have this, and it might be time to make it. Depends on what they have. Like, Labyrinth is a scary matchup. I mean, we got this. But I think we just want to make this. And we'll put it in the EMZ. There is a chance it just dies here, but we need to try and threaten this in some regard. We're not going to change the Spirit Reaper just in case. Ah, that's clever. That is clever. That might be the end of the game. Although they've negated this guy's effects for the turn, so it doesn't die after being targeted. But it's not going to be too long, I don't think. Yep. Yeah, what else do we have? Limited. We really need to get rid of that back row, but we don't have, like, mass set removal. We have face-up removal. That's about it. Right. And then they special summon big and big targets to destroy here. What does big target? Banish this card target at level 8 or well, okay. They can't use the second effect, so they're probably going to get rid of this. Realistically. You're not going to... Yeah. Unless they just want to take their time about it, they don't see the need to Clockwork Knight, they're just going to out the only monster we have. How much? It has more attack. Oh, they're destroying that, okay. Yeah, unfortunately this is not particularly good. Yeah, okay, they can't activate that, so like Clockwork Knight is going to be their next thing. And that means I do think we have lost it, because we don't know what these are. They haven't activated them yet, but that doesn't mean they're useless. In fact, that was Welcome Lab, which they set this turn. Special Summon Lab, you cannot special summon from the deck or extra deck except Fiends, which they can do. This is a tuner, and it allows us to make 7. We have but 1 7 during the battle phase. I think you gotta risk it. What do you call? Synchro, obviously, but... Xyz monster. If another Fiend monster leaves the field, but that's the thing, a Fiend monster is not about to leave the field. I think they just called the wrong thing. Because this is a tuner, maybe they've missed that. Double towers. Right, we probably lose on the spot right here, but you gotta try it. Right. I'm not scared about the other ones, I'm scared about that. So get rid of that, and we call it a turn. They still have sets, so this is useless. This one cannot be activated. This one can, whatever it is. It's a spell. I mean, that's not terrible for us. What's your effect? It's during the battle phase, right? During the battle phase, when your opponent activates a card effect while you control another monster. I do not control another monster. This is 3200 vanilla, which might be enough. I don't think so, though. This is Labyrinth. Let's be realistic. They've got 2 level 8 water machines. I wonder if there's anything they can make with that. Are they wondering why they can't activate this? Where's their head at? Target a fiend or a face down, so they now pop the card that they can't use. Special summon this. You cannot special summon except for fiends, which is fine because from hand and deck they are fiends. It's just from, you know, field that they're machines. What do you do now? You have no set cards. Soul of Anguish, which they can use this turn. That's fine. Is it on summon? I think it's on summon, isn't it? No, where is it? There we go. No, it's not on summon. So we'll be able to get rid of this, like, right now. Making me the victor! Right, that doesn't trigger anything, does it? I don't think it does. But they have more set cards, and we need to deal 4200 in, like, 2 turns. 1 turn max. That's not... that's not a monster. Oh god. This is scary. Oh no, that's it. We won't be able to pay 2k. Surely you're on, like, 2 of each with Bestials running around, right? No. But I guess you don't need to be. Okay, so that one is a welcome, right? If you activate a set welcome... Yeah, so that set card has to be a welcome lab. Because you wouldn't fetch the field spell in this situation unless it was. Very pretty royal, though. But they can't activate... Oh yeah, wait, no, this doesn't even do it anyway. We should have set it. Because anti-spell is on the field. That's not a normal trap. What are you planning? Right. We have some ways to do it. We learned we should have set this because anti-spell, but it's been that long on the field and I haven't had to care about it that much. It puts us in the game. This is the bit that I'm really... Like, these back and forths are really good, but they also eat up a lot of time for a loss. Because that's probably what happens. Right. Okay. And now you welcome Labyrinth of some kind, right? No. We take... Oh, wait, no, that puts us on exactly... No, we take it, it's fine. Because we can pay 19. But we do need a monster card. I said we do need a monster card. Ooh. And it's scary because all their top decks are better than all our top decks. Right, okay, we have to banish this, unfortunately. Like, we have to do it. we can't afford to be under that life point value at the moment. Or can... no. It's better to save it for when we need it. I know this means the Psychic Blade's dead to us, and that's fine. But it's a waste to use this on, you know, a level 4 1100 monster. God damn it. We don't want to Wing Blast it. So we have to Ichiroku's next turn, set the Mirror Force. This is really awful. Like, I know the ratio of cards in my deck that get us out of this situation is kind of low at the moment. But this is really an awful set of draws. So yeah, we have to do this now. Bye-bye. You gain 1,000. It doesn't special summon. Until the end phase. Right. Okay, that's fine. Sure. I targeted a face-up monster, so it still gets banished, right? Go for it. Yeah. Now it's banished face down instead. Which is funny. You can spec a fiend from your hand or grave. Oh dear. No, we can't let that go through. I don't want to, but I cannot let that go through. To the top of the deck with you. Your next draw is dead. But you get... well, do you get your face down banish monster now? You should. It was too late. We tried. So hard. Right. Yeah, as you mentioned it, let's go and look at that Blue Eyes deck. Let's make ourselves feel a little bit worse looting at what we couldn't... yeah, what we lost to. This one. Confirm opponent's deck. Okay, I will say this is better than some of the other Blue Eyes decks I've seen. I will also say it's a lot of one-offs. Like, they should have 3 copies of this. And they just don't. They're also hard-running Poly. I mean, you would probably run Poly anyway, right? It's searchable from this. This is not something you play. Oh, it's not even limited, huh? Huh. I thought that was... I could have sworn that was limited in Matador. Nope, more FTK's legal than I thought. Oh, keep going. The grind waits for no one. Oh yeah, and if you're familiar with the Masochist challenges anyway, we do have like a couple special little rules that we have here, which is, I think one that's universal anyway. We get the legacy packs, we win. Another one is that in gold we can do the proficiency test. But at the moment that requires us to fusion an Xyz summon, I think. So we're not doing it because we need to fusion summon, really. We have to set this, set this one, and set this one. No, summon this one. Threaten counter fairies, see what they do. This is our only Dark Pendulum. If this dies, it does cut us off from our, what was it, Vortex Dragon. Oh dear. Sky Striker. Oh, and they dumped Regulus. Damn. Now what? Oh, okay, never mind. Each player chooses one card from their deck. It's a, this. that one. I managed to give them Engage, but they did manage to give me the Unchained, which is about as good as we can hope for. I wonder what else they selected. We will never know. Okay, they add Ray. Center Zone. Become Muppet. Actually, I can just Ichiroku's it so I can kill it next turn. That would be a worthwhile trade. Quick effect, tribute, special... No. It's not a worthwhile trade because they can just tag out of it. Right. Reading is important, guys. Destroy by battle leaves the field by an opponent's card effect. So yeah, but they've got the loop online. I guess that was always going to happen. Returns to extra deck is not leaves field by opponent's card effect, but this is in the wrong zone. So... trying to... wait, what? You wouldn't... okay, no, we'll wait until they declare an attack. This is fine. Go for it. Now they use the quick effect, which means if we manage to out the next... yeah, okay. We probably should have done that actually a little bit earlier, but that's fine. Right, now in theory they go into Hayate. Yep. They're attacking... I mean, if they're going to attack into our monster, I'll let them do that. Send a Sky Striker, that is fine. I wonder what they're sending. Rose. And now the question. It hasn't used the second effect. What is Rose? If an opponent's monster in the EMC is destroyed, well, you can special summon this card, then you can negate the effects. Special summon this from your hand. I don't think we do. There's no point. Because it's just going to be live for them next turn anyway. There's Kagari, you get to add one again. Add a Sky Striker, that's fine. They're probably going to pop the Abominable, which I guess means I should have summoned it to the sour scheduling column. Oops, got bashing the mic. Jamming Waves. Oh, that's mean. Screw you. Right, in this case we have lost. I don't know how much better I could have played it. But we do not have the grind to keep up against Sky Striker. The best we could have done is have this in an EMZ column. But people play around columns so much that I think they just would have used the other one anyway. Except they haven't here for some reason. And then Shizuku, you add one back. Yeah. No, I don't think we have it. I would stay in here where I think it was worth it. It is not. Right. Now, in theory, this is a Blue Eyes player. Is Anima. I have a bad habit of actually playing around columns like way too much. Right. Set. Now the thing is, you do set like center. But I've got trauma from the last one. Right, set, and activate. The thing is, there is just so much to play around. Because if you're playing around statistically everything, the optimal end board is like one monster in the far right, a spell trap in like one of these two columns, and that's maybe a field spell. That's playing around just about everything. Because you got to play around Nibiru for like 5 summons or less. You got to play around. What was it? Anima, Transversa. Now the link to Underworld Goddess, which probably isn't in Master Duel yet, but that has the same arrows as like Anima and Transversa. So you got to play around that. You play around Mech Knights. You play around Imperm. You play around the Springen's Explorer. Or would you look at that, they set a card in the center column. Please tell me it's Mech Knights, it'd be stupid funny. It got added a few weeks ago, okay. So yeah, you gotta play around that as well. What else is there that I play around? I'm trying to think. I think it might just be those, but that's still a lot. Yeah, on the off chance that that actually does anything. Put it back in the hand. I don't want to see it. We don't have a 4 synchro. We have a 5, but we don't have a 4. We have a 1-to-1, like, soft break to combo ratio. We have the Duskwalker. That's why we're playing Supe. And wait, I can't summon this because I control a set monster, right? Yeah. But that is worth setting. We can just flip it up next turn. What now? Oh, Crusader Acromax, yeah. So again, yeah, under the Anima zones. Long story short, Spirit Reapers is the safest monster zone. What are you waiting for? I think the only thing the far right leaves you vulnerable to is exactly Orcust. I don't really remember what that does anyway. What are you waiting for, Roberto? We don't even know what they're doing yet. They don't have anything in grave. They've revealed nothing. We bounced a spell trap to the hand. Maybe they're away from their computer at the moment, or their device, or what have you. There are more things you can technically play around in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, you can give your opponent a card to control to play around Imperm and Evenly, and Lightning Storm. Actually, yeah, that's another one to play around. Lightning Storm, you put your monsters in face-up defense where able. That tells us absolutely nothing. And you also play in face-up defense position to play around the, what is it, Cyber Dragon Infinity and the number 101. Like, by playing around 1 or 2 cards, you do play around, like, another 5 that you don't think about. Like, attacking lowest to highest as well. You're playing around Gauze, but you're probably playing around something else as well. Just run Searing Contest. I know that that's a card, I cannot remember what it does. It's the one with, like, I think one of the, like, 2 of the magicians staring at each other. It might be Alchemic or Slacker Magician or something like that. Continuous spell. And it moves monsters into the same column or something like that. Set card. Set card. Any summons. We could make an 8. Not that there's any point. It is, however, another 800 damage. But the only place our Dustwalker cannot summon from is the grave. Striborg. That's actually worth doing. Makes it either player summons the EMZ, you can move any monster to that column. Okay. I was close. A little bit off, but close. They are really thinking about their limited plays, whatever they are. I say that, and it's just someone who's very slow to realise what Labyrinth does. Or is on exactly like Battle Phase Trap Turbo. If we summon a monster, we do put them on a faster clock. So I think I will set this so that we have a tribute for next turn. S-Force Loner deck. Okay, that actually does make a lot of sense. It works very well with the Link 3. And with the rest of their monsters, for that matter, actually. You have exactly Max C in the grave. Alright. Respect it. You block some damage. Oh, you don't block any damage. Right, now next turn, unless they do anything, they're dead. We can just flip this up or tribute summon Striborg. How badly have they bricked? And what are they playing? The answer to how badly have they bricked is very. What are they playing is a complete mystery. Like, this could be anything. Oh, and I know it's not come up. It could be Masochist. It'd be very lucky to have gotten Max C in Masochist, though. And Call of the Haunted, if you're playing Masochist, is also still rare to get, because you don't get your, like, starter deck or whatever. I mean, Max C has the same chance as every other ultra rare in the game, I guess. As does Call of the Haunted. Monster Reborn. No, they're playing some variant of, like, the starter deck. And they've added something to it. That's how it's gotta be, right? Maxi isn't in a bundle, so they've definitely, like... They've, high chance, crafted it. I don't know at this point. Roberto could be thinking any number of things. The thing is, if anything, I think it's just bricked, or this locks him out of the game. Because we add this on the field first. We flip this up after. Maybe this is like, you know, putting a nail in the coffin, but this was on field first. So it might be genuinely that Clockwork Knight is a problem for them. It is, you know, we can do it. I'll do it in end phase. Divine Machines. The only reason we keep on calling water is because we have Marincess in the extra deck. We have the, what was it, Marbled Rock Link 3 as well, but for a difference of 100 attack and an extra monster you get a far better payoff. So that's why we're calling water. And the reason why we have this in the first place is because we have the Light Imprisoning Mirror. Oh yeah, because every attack has like a different animation. Like when a water monster attacks, when a light monster attacks and that, yeah. It's a nice touch that didn't need to be added, but they have done. It's Blue Eyes! You don't have a Light Tuner in your graveyard. You can Synchro for 3. You can Link 2. You've used your normal summon. Yeah, okay, Divide it is. No! You didn't let me do it. Okay, we have to check the list. It looks like it's probably a blue-white structure deck with a couple extra bits thrown in. Yeah, that is just a blue-eyed structure with a couple bits, right? Well, no, actually that's multiple, because you get one of these per structure. Same with this, you get one of these each per structure, maybe one of these with it, I don't actually know. So I know some things that they're doing. Yeah, Dragon Mirror is pretty good, like, unironically. You could, like, mill your Blue Eyes Infusion into this, or this, or this. Yeah, like, I don't know. Deck of decks, to be sure. Wait, they had a Bestial in there. Yeah, they have a Bestial in there. So they have something going for them. Right. Now we can do our favourite bit, the pack openings, and we did the survey. It did not feel right to open the survey ones, you know, before we actually won it all. So let's open the surveys, skip and find out what we got. This should not be an SR. But it is a warrior with 14/14. Hey look, we got another Elemental Hero Fusion. I don't think we have Wild Heart or Blade Edge. We've got the Mill card. We've got Ye Old DM Monster. I still don't think we could play it. Oh, that's towards the flip deck. We don't have enough to really get going and call it a proper flip deck or anything yet, but this is like part of the payoff for it. Ooh. That's a good card for the warrior deck. Wait, hold on. No, it doesn't show if they're new. I think that is new, but that's a good payoff for the warrior deck. That one's not great. Milling your opponent's card is a lot worse than it used to be. That's a good spellcaster for our spellcasters. And that's for the machine deck. If there is... No, this one doesn't have a special summon condition. Soul Exchange is good, actually. Stormforth at home. The original Stormforth. We might just play that. That's too specific. No, that is too specific. That's... Yeah, no, that needs more copies of itself. That requires an Xyz monster. That doesn't do anything. Wait, no, hold on. You can target that monster to your opponent control again. It's a low scale and it gives us 600 attack until the end of the battle phase. And it does that as a monster as well, so that might be something to keep an eye on. I don't think there's any reason to do that. We have not seen enough Darkhold to run a specific counter to it. And we don't have enough Blackwings. But okay, that's some legacy packs. We'll save the other 3 for the next win we may or may not get. Right, interesting bit. Master pack time. Let's see what we can pull. That is a 2300 normal summon, which is not going to happen. We don't have enough other Gokis to actually, you know, pay. Ooh! Hold on, this is summonable. It's not brilliant, but it is summonable. Can't be changed to defense position, so it, like, outs Baguska, which is a testing thing for us, actually, at the moment. So, probably playing that one. It's a 1900 attack. It is a zombie, and that's about all it has going for it. We don't have enough fish. I'm not sure if we have Synchrons. It's a field spell, so, you know, it's got that going for it. We can technically search it out and activate it. Now, we can't Pendulum Summon except DDDs. And it's not the Rota one. We've only got a couple super heavy cards, but this isn't terrible. It's just, you know, it's a super heavy card. We have some Resonators. This searches any Fiend. Let's take a look at our little Fiend lineup. So we'll go into Duel and we'll do it in this deck edit, because the Link 3 is going in. I don't know what we're currently cutting for it. Probably this, actually. It's more... No, is there anything we aren't summoning? This requires a... Okay, this requires us going into the extra deck and then going into the extra deck again. What does this one require? Hold on, we have a 1 and a 4, 2 and a 3, 4 and a 1. It's not this one, right? Yeah. No, we'll cut the Samsara. And then... what did we say? Okay, Resonator. We have a couple. Alright, we have exactly this one and this one. Both of which are passable, at best. And we have a search for it, I guess. So it's like a 2-card combo. We can get this and this. Yes, it is Bullblader. Hello. Hope you're having a good time. It's definitely one of the better cards for Masochist, tell you that. Right, now let's take a look at what level 4 or lower Fiends. Oh, that's rare. 2 people in chat and 2 people who know each other. It searches Yatta. That's like the worst combo, but it does search Yatta. Searches Yugioh. And that's about it. My arch nemesis, Wyop. At least you guys are in agreement. We can get the evil hero, but we don't really have enough of a fiend pile to actually justify running it, which is unfortunate. Like, this is kind of a trade-off, but we have enough things that aren't particularly good for that anyway. Change an extra deck monster. And that's about it, because the rest of these are not worth doing. Right, 2 more wins to rank up. Come on. We can get these wins. It's taken us this long to get, like, 1, but we can get them. We're also nearing the end of the couple of hours. Keep going for about another 10, 15. I don't know. And then if you want, we'll be back on in, well, I don't know, 5-ish hours. And it's a live twin field spell with its own funky music. Oh yeah, we can change the duel music, can't we? Oh no, you probably have to do that in the home menu. Okay, and it is live twin sprite, yeah, as expected. Duel? Yeah, no. Can't change the music in-game. How do we fare against live twin sprite? We've got something that can, like, beat down on just about everything. We've got removal. So, like, we got 2 forms of Buckamoon. This would have been really good going first, but it's now kind of relying on this. We see what we draw for turn. Everyone get comfortable. Because I think they might take some time doing this. But yeah, Rocket is, as I guess you seem to be familiar with Silent, you're probably familiar with both Master Duel and what a Masochist challenge is. And that's the answer to what we're doing at the moment. We've got 1 win in 2 hours of gameplay. So it's going excellent at the moment, you could say. EMP Meow. If Bull Blade's in your deck, you will win. That's where this is going. Yeah. He has come up several times over. Like, the monsters in our deck, with the exception of maybe the Supe Dustwalker combo, I used to have that with a couple people on Twitch, but it's become, like, harder and harder for me to, like, catch up to relevant streams. Like, you see it, like, it's a lot more common that you just see it in, like, YouTube comment sections, I feel. But, like, yeah, I can understand that happening on Twitch as well. Like, I guess that's because I had, like, the same taste as, like, I started watching Hard Like Joe, and then other streamers from there, and then, you know, a lot of the audience has a bit of a crossover then, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a niche. Yeah, it is kind of small. Right. And then you link into the 4, so you've got to pop on a draw on their turn. You've got Masquerena, Sprite Elf, which means any normal summon probably goes into under... Oh wait, no, you need an extra monster. That's not right. You're supposed to make the link 4. Oh wait, no, are they locked into link 2s? level link rank 2s. They are locked into 2s. Okay. Okay, I think I've got it. Your opponent cannot target monsters this card points to with card effects. I can't target things they point to, I can just try and hit them. Like, I can just try and hit the Masquerader to force it out. And that's the monster negate, right? No, that's the spell trap negate. That's interesting. Battle phase? Masquerader? I mean, you'd probably do it now, unless you... Oh, wait, no, you probably just have... Where is it? Did they, in fact, search it out? That's starter. I don't think they searched it out, so I guess they just have it. There you go. Link it off. Into SP. Target one card on the field. Banish. Because I have nothing in the grave, so you're just going to banish this, right? Yes. Now, this has to target monsters while on the field, so that's not terrible. We will continue the main phase then. We will set in this one, we will set in this one, and we will set in this one. This one is the... Okay, so they do get a pop. What do you destroy? Yeah, that's kind of the smart option. I've heard that the dual field music is pretty good for that one. Actually, while I'm here and out of duel, I'm just curious how we... We probably need to change field to have different music, I'd guess, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Background music settings. Yeah, you can change it to, like... we'll change it to opponent's field. That'll give it some variety. Anyway, back into it. That didn't take us that long. We've got plenty of time yet. Nice. Guys adding each other in the chat. I guess you guys have just, like, been in duel rooms together then, right? That's what it sounds like. This isn't terrible. Although if this is Galaxy Eyes, they might already have full combo. So... Summon. And we will activate Skull's Oracle. Ooh dear, I do not like that. We don't want to give them that. We can't give them that. We kind of have to give them the, like, the Galaxy Eyes, which feels rough. And I guess we have a break, so let me get open a notepad doc, bring everything back. Galaxy Wizard. What do we do about the Galaxy Wizard? Treat this at a galaxy. I think we let that slide, because that's going to shuffle the deck. Right. We'll just save that for the moment. I have saved a random friend code in a notepad document. I may or may not check it out after the stream. Right. Now, if they're playing properly, they add a second one, they go for infinity. And if they do such, then we need to tribute the second one when it hits the field. Right, I need to get the notepad doc again. That looks like they're doing a second one. File, save, close. Wait, no, trade in. Okay, it looks like they're probably just popping off. Yeah, Friends is not a very utilised thing at the moment, I don't think. Like, you can check out each other's replays, and it's... I don't know, is there anything easier about finding a duel room, I guess? Maybe? We control level 5 or higher. So they fulfill the condition to activate it, so tributing this doesn't do anything right now. So we probably chain on and wait to see what they summon. Well, you control another... Okay, so nothing happens when we tribute this now, because they control another. Okay. Normal special summon target photon or galaxy, except X in your graveyard, summon it. What did they just... Sorry, what did you target? Target the Galaxy Wizard. We wait for them to summon it. And then this is not once per turn. This is once per turn. They can still make a rank 4 if they want. But they just have to use something else to do it. And if they're doing that, then... yeah, they've got access to a King's Sark. That probably wins them the entire match. Because now they can just, yeah, they can bring this back. And honestly, that solos on its own, King's Sark does. When opponent's monster activates its effect. Okay. Detach one, add a photon of galaxy. We'll send it to grave. Okay. Sure. You're making that level 8. Well, what are you doing then? Ah, they're putting another Horus monster in the grave, summoning that back and making another Xyz. We have one monster in defense position. Cannot be destroyed by card effects that do not target them. We're going to lose both our monsters, we're going to take a significant chunk of damage. And we have a spell negate, which actually turns off the Psychic Blade. And we have a monster negate, so I think we are just donezo. We might as well see what we draw. But that's probably the end of it. And Zeus. That is the end of it. Yeah, for some reason I don't think Penguin Soldier quite cuts it. Negate the monster's effect. Set. Let's see what you got. Yeah, kind of guessed that. You see, the most fun festivals, in my opinion, have been like the ones where they've done like these weird things like the Respect Play one, or having 2024 life points. Those have been pretty interesting. No, my Oracle. Activate effect. Have 1,000. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that's going to be the end of the game. I'm not even going to bother. They're just going to send the field. Synchro only doesn't feel like a great event. Okay, we get to go first. Nice. Oh yeah, I keep on forgetting that I should probably turn up the duel music. I mean, you let Junk Speeder hit the field, and that's probably the end of the game, right? You either succeed in, you know, negating the Junk Speeder, or you lose. Right. Well, we have, yeah, there we go. This one. And then this one. And then a monster. Just for the sake of being a monster. Dark Ruler is a balanced card. Your opponent doesn't die that turn, negates every monster effect, they can respond to it with spell traps. Ah, this might be the end of the game. What do I do to deserve Harpy's Feather Duster on, like, every set card I ever placed? And why does it always happen when my opponent's bricked? Yeah, we don't want to do that. Not yet, anyway. Set. Have they bricked? Was it just Duster? Okay, we need to... yeah, we need to put some more cards on the field. If we run into Malevolent Catastrophe, then we run into it. And there's a bit more of a pause. I don't know what they're waiting on. Fade 3 draw steps, I dare you. Well, 2 draw steps even. And that is the end of the game, right? Because I can attack for 39, and then as long as they put a face-up spell trap, I can blow up whatever face-up spell traps are on the field, and that will be game. I only need one other face-up spell trap. Even if that face-up spell trap was like Heavy Storm, that would do it. What do we have? A monster. I mean, opponent's face-up monster. I think we just, yeah, summon and just push for game. There's no way you've set a plus 2100. Ah, but it does float. Sure, go for it. Ecclesia. Yep. So yeah, they just bricked really hard. We're not going to activate the effect. Just in case. And that there is the game. Easy, just let your opponent brick for, what, 4 turns? Anyway, that means we get our second chance. My god, this has gone terribly to open any packs whatsoever. Let's open the remaining 4 legacy tickets. Alright, skip, and what do we get? Just pulled like a plat secret of this from like one of the, what is it, the TCG set that's just come out. This is awful. Oh, that's even worse. Like, it's supposed to be for Nurse Burn, but we don't have that. Blazing Heater. We don't have other fires, so that's not going to do it. Hey! It's the guy that got retrained. This guy got made into an illusion monster. I loved his original design, so it's nice that he got a new card. People running about, that's 1/4 of a combo? I don't know. Sonic Duck is arguably a beatstick. That might just be playable, actually. It is when, which is a problem, but that might genuinely just be playable. That is not playable. But Yugioh might actually be playable. Let's see what we get from the Master Pack. Right. Machine Link one that requires an Infinitrack, so we can't play it. Ooh, that's good. Metalmorph is a really good card. I like that. We keeping that. That's going in. That's our second copy of that for some reason. Arm Dragon level 5. Send a monster from hand and send this special summon at level 7 or lower. I don't think we have any of the others at all, and it's a bit small for a tribute summon. That's going towards the spellcaster deck, somewhat. Wait. So you're telling me we just have, like... We just have draw 1 card. I see no downsides to this, right? And those two are doing nothing for us. I think that we only have these. No, we don't only have these. We have a Medusa. But the cards that are worth it here are Metalmorph and Yugioh. It's mad ugly, but it's also a when that doesn't miss timing, which is why it works so well with the in-archetype field spell. Right. Metalmorph goes in, and this probably does as well. We just got to work out what gets taken out. And that's if this goes in. This has the benefit of being a spell, but has the chance to not give as much as Metalmorph. This effectively lets us beat anything that is equal to double the original attack. Yeah, if Gumo didn't work like Imperm, it'd probably be better, which means it could be time to take it out. Problem with this is that we can only set while it's on the field, but we can tribute set over it, and it's still removal, which will do. And tributing removal is better than destruction removal most of the time, so I think we are leaning towards this. We're still running towards Sakuretsu, but this works in damage step anyway. So it might be worth keeping this, because this one's a blocker, which, granted, it's column-based, but you can summon if there's nothing in the column. So I think we want to cut the Sakuretsu. And we want to try and cut down the Dexiles while we're at it. This little 2-card combo here has only come up once. I like the idea for it, but it just, we don't see it. We end up seeing Supe a lot more than we actually see the Dustwalker. So what does the deck look like if we do that? It's alright, but now the problem is that we're very spell trap heavy, and now we're lacking in the monster count. If you've watched any progression series, you'll know that it's actually quite a lot better to be on a high monster count early on than it is to be on a high spell trap count, because then you lack the pressure to actually put damage on board. And we have seen that in our duels. We've got... how many true tributes do we have? We have a tribute summon. We can count that one as a tribute summon because it needs to tribute to spec anyway. That one's a hard tribute summon unless we open Good Witch with it. That one's a special summon. That one's a special summon. Sometimes a special summon, that one's a special summon, but it still requires a monster on the field, so it's technically a tribute. Yeah, I don't really want to reduce these. Like, these are situational. But the thing is, it also stops like Numeron OTK as just an example. This has been really situational. But again, it's a monster, and that's the problem. We're cutting out the monsters. Is there anything... I mean, this is good, but like, there's nothing that we'd want to... We'd have to cut a tribute summon, which we don't want to do. We actually want better non-tributes. It's a low scale. What is this? High scale. It's not terrible. When an attack is declared involving a monster you control on opponents, and you can normal summon it onto an empty field, or you can... Oh yeah, right, we got Soul Exchange. I forgot about that. We might try and just put this in, swap this one out. This stays as a special summon tuner. This stays as a tuner that's also a wall that allows us to go into the extra deck. That's removal. This is Marshmallow. That's a good battle trick, as is this. Stun, removal. Kind of a battle trick. It's not really extension. In terms of Cyburst, we have this. And yeah, that's what you're looking at from the extra deck. So if we do use this effect, we're not summoning from the extra deck. That's our second Voltic Kong, okay. And there was nothing else that we've pulled at the moment that we're really looking to play. This is a tribute summon that can use a continuous spell trap, which is not necessarily a problem, but this is you can't summon except for... yeah, you can't summon except for fairies. So it relies on tributing from, let's see, any of these to any of these, or a monster, and it's not better than any of the ones we already have. I just feel we're slightly low on the monster count. And the thing is, this isn't as good as I'd like it to be... oh wait, hold on. Huh. It might be time to actually play this, because this technically counts as monsters, and that means any 3 makes a regulator. I don't know how that interacts with spell traps. I'll have to test that in probably Edo Pro later. Because if that counts the original levels, then that is 18... realistically, like 22. It's not going to be massive, but it does mean that we can get this out on like the first turn. and there's nothing else that's really worth it. We don't have enough dragons, and that's not going to work. Sanga's a hard tribute summon. We do have a Labyrinth tank, but it's still a hard tribute summon. And we've tried this before. Unfortunately, it's just not good enough. This is kind of Spirit Reaper, but better. We might tell you what, we play this one as well. It gives us another level 3, which gives us better access to the 7s, right? In theory. You gotta drop out real quick. We'll be ending this stream in a little bit anyway. I'm probably gonna call it quits just about here. Yeah, wish you luck. If you feel like coming back to this, I will be live again in about 5 hours or so. Because I'm off work today, so this stream is actually irregular for me. I'm normally live, you know, in the evening. But anyway, you have a good one. Thanks for popping in anyway. It's been nice having you. Is there anything? That's a level 6 tribute to spec and its removal. That's why we're putting it in. That's a quick play, and that's the only X-Saber, so that's not worth it. That's not a tuner. I think, as much as I don't want to say it, that we don't really edit the deck much more than this. 48 is a lot better when you have combo starters. And see you too, Silent, then. Yeah, have a good one. Might catch you later if you decide to pop in. And we weren't playing this one anyway, because it locks us into insects and we don't have anything. That requires us to have another monster in the graveyard, which is a losing position. We'll be in a lot of the time, but it's better to not play for that. Right, I think for the moment, that is all the changes we can really do to the deck. Unless we want to put this in. It probably hurts us more than our opponent. That loses everything, everything, everything. Most of it. Pretty much everything. Everything. Nearly. It's not an activated effect, so he stays. Just about everything. All of it. Nearly all of it. Most of it. How much? It really punishes the higher monsters we have about as hard, if not harder, than lowers. This will never have anything. And it is a level 3 tuner. But again, we don't naturally have waters. Right. That will be our deck's changes. And with that, I'm going to have to call it a stream before I actually need to get some food. Thank you all very much for coming. Look forward to catching you later if you're all about. And if you're watching the VOD, then, you know, thanks for doing that. My name has been Cat Monarch, and goodbye for now.